broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome, welcome, everybody. This is Kevin. Welcome to the Sqribble call tonight, Tuesday training. Glad to be here. We're getting quite a few people coming aboard, but welcome. Happy Tuesday. How is everybody this evening? And I hope everybody can hear me just fine. We're going to get started here in a little bit. Tonight we're going to do something a little bit different, and we'll get more into depth into that. But welcome to the call. Can you guys hear me okay? Just give me a big thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Yes. Sounds good. All right. Thank you. All good. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you, guys, gals. No, this evening we're going to do something a little different. Like I said, we're on version 3 of the Book of Armor. I'm condensing it and making it so it's a one-stop with all the trainings that we're doing. Can always get better, but I am doing something a little bit different this evening. I'm going to get into a little bit of the voiceovers and voice to text. I'm going to show you guys something that I've been using for quite a while. So I'll show you that tonight and kind of show you what we're doing. And you guys can, come back and kind of help out, because everything that I'm doing, of course, nothing's perfect. So if you guys have some other ideas, I'd surely take them, because we all really learn from each other. But I do love Sqribble. I'm actually working on my 3rd book, and hopefully I'll have something sold here within the next couple weeks. It's another $1,000, $2,000 book. So I'm very lucky to have these guys in the 3D world industry, and they find me. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. I have a platform online, and they just happen to find me. So it's kind of, once they get to me, I fire back at them and start plugging away. And sure enough, I've got a couple people to bite and buy the books. So we'll get going. Yeah, a lot of people still coming aboard. Welcome to the call. This is Kevin. We'll get started here in a little bit. I see the list building and building, which is wonderful. And we're going to go through the Book of Armor tonight. We're going to go through a few other things also. And I'm going to ask you guys a few questions and help you guys get some tools, some more tools that you may need. And one of them is free. And if you guys have Gmail, Google, I don't know how many of you have used Google Drive, but you certainly want to start using Google Drive. You may have heard of it, you may not have used it, but it is so cool. I've been using it for quite a while now. And you can upload all your videos, your PDFs. You can upload anything. They give you a free link, and you can put it onto your ebook. So it's a clickable link, and it'll download, and people can view it from your Google Drive. You can also upload PDFs, all sorts of things you can do with Google Drive, and I'll get more into that tonight. How about access to past trainings? Someone's asking. They're on the YouTube channel for Sqribble, the past trainings. So, Nico, if you need help getting there, someone is going to give me the link. I need to save the link. But whoever has the link to the YouTube channel for Sqribble, just drop it into the chat bar if you guys can. If you guys get a chance, that would be wonderful. A lot of people still coming aboard. So we'll get started here in a little bit. It was such a hot day today where I live. Incredible. I think it's breaking records. I kind of I miss the cool weather. Sometimes I wish it was a little chillier here. I wish it was like London once in a while. But it's very, very warm today. So I'm shutting all my windows, making sure I'm not getting burned up here. Okay, we'll get started. Welcome to the call. A lot more people coming aboard. This is Kevin. Tonight we're going to go through the Book of Armor version 3. The last version was V2, version 2. So we're going to get into version 3 tonight. And I'm going to show you guys something a little different that I was able to do. It's not perfect, and I'm going to show you why, but we can make it better, more perfect, so to speak, as we go forward. We're going to give it a few more minutes. A lot of people still coming aboard. So I will extend. Let me see everything here. My computers look like a control panel from an airplane. I've got so many screens up going here. Like I said before, I've got 2 screens and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 13, 14 different views that I have going on here while I'm doing these conference calls. So I'm not the best at doing it, but I'm working on it. So it's doing good. Welcome to the call. A lot more people just jumped in. And a lot of people, yeah, I see a lot of people here that we know. So I could try to say everybody, but it'll just get too long. I'll just say a few people. Hey, Darlene and Don and Donna, Edine. Hello, welcome, Gary, Jose, Judy, Marianne, Michael, Nico, Paul. I'm getting burned out here. Peg, Rashwan, Roy, San, Therese, Will, William. I got to keep scrolling. Let me see. I'm going to name one more. Let me see. Yvonne, welcome. Bill, I see you. John, welcome. And a lot more. If I can't get to everybody, please excuse me. It just goes on and on. But welcome, everybody. Like I said, we'll get started here pretty quick. Last week was kind of unique. We did the call last week. We did the hot seat more or less, and we had a gal named Tracy. She did a great job with her book. It was preschool and kindergarten. She did a great job. She had like 40 pages. I was literally amazed. And we walked through it quite a bit. I couldn't really critique it. It was really good. There was a few things. There's always a few things that we can critique. And whenever you're writing, a lot of times I always tell people, write something, leave it alone for a day or a couple hours, whatever, usually a day, come back and rip it apart. And you'll find out that you'll erase a lot of the stuff that you had pre-written, and you'll redo it until it gets more perfect. And we all run on sentences. I'm terrible at that. But, when I come back and do the rewrite, that's where I fix it, at least partially, as much as I possibly can. Okay, here's the Sqribble channel. Someone just put it up here. So I think it was Nico that needed it. So let me see if I can copy this thing. I see if I can copy this. I'll send it out to everybody. Let me see if that worked. Okay, there you go. Thank you for that, Darlene. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna get started, you guys. Still people coming in, but we're gonna get started right away. So here we go. Welcome to tonight's Tuesday, the 29th of March, 2022. And tonight what we're going to go through the Book of Armor version 3, but I've got something for you that's a little different here. So if you've got a pen or paper or just write it down, I'm going to show you a piece of software that I've been using for a while, and I forgot to even bring it to the table. But what it does, it's going to help you write your books much quicker if you choose to use it. Now, you don't have to. The normal way, or I should say the way that most people write or do their ebooks is typing on your computer, or it is by writing. And I do both. I mean, basically, I do a lot more typing than I do handwriting, of course. It's much faster for me because I've been doing the computer. But I have been doing voice to text. And the voice to text is quick, very quick. It's hard to match. It doesn't come out 100% perfect on the punctuation and some of the things you need in the paragraph spacing, but you can easily go in there and edit it. And I'm going to show you that here right away. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up the ebook that we have. So hang on a second. And I'm going to drag it over. Oh, hang on one second. I got a lot of stuff up. Here we go. Okay, this is the PDF that I just made. And this is the Book of Armor version 3. And I'm going to show you something a little different here. And this is just an idea. You guys can either, run with it or not. But I think in the future, audio ebooks are very, very important. And for an audio ebook to be perfect, it has to read word for word. And I didn't do that on this one. This is more of an overview with just some an MP3 attached to it. And I really didn't get into really structuring it well enough, but because I was in such a rush and there's so much that I needed to do, but I was able to get it done. And I'm going to show you guys this. So as we come down here in the Book of Armor, I put a new clickable link. This is a PDF. Now, when I click on it, if I click on it, I'm going to show you guys what happens. I click on it, and then it's going to go up to this. Now, I'm going to make it so it's a pop-up. I haven't been able to do that yet, but I can go back and forth to each one. Or if you have one screen, you can split it. You could take, if you wanted to, you could take this and make it half as big, and put the audio right next to it. But this is what I was able to do. I was able to make this audio here of an overview. And now I want to show you something else. I want to show you that the software that I'm going to show you actually captures the text. It also captures the text. And this is it right here. This is just a snapshot, and this is the transcript. Like I said, it's just a big, long roll of words, but it pretty much did a great job. It said, "Hello, this is Kevin, and today I'm going through this book of armor, of the Book of Armor, version 3, blah, 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 blah." Now, we can go back into this text and edit it very easily. But what was nice is I was able to dictate this just with my voice. And if you really got into the spirit of this and you really kind of sat down, personally, I don't think you could do anything faster. Of course, you got to go back and edit. Now, that's going to take you a little bit of time. But if you're just thinking, and if you did this over and over, it'd be more, it'd be repetitious, where you'd get better and better, of course. I mean, that's the way most things work. So it did this for me, did the text, and I do want to show you the software real quick. And I'm going to go back and forth, and I don't want to confuse you, but I just wanted to show you kind of what it does. So I'm going to put this back, and I'm going to bring up the software that I was using for this. Let me jump on this, and let me see if I can find it. I want to make sure that I have it. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to find it, and I'm going to find it here. I hope I didn't lose it. Okay, let me see. Here we go. Okay, the software is called Otter, OTTER.ai. Now, right now, I've been using this for quite a while. It's free. Now, I've never maxed it out, and I've never seen anything that really, it doesn't charge you, but it's a great piece of software. So it's Otter.ai. And a lot of you, what I would do is go get this, because if you want to write books a little bit quicker or have some help, this is a way to do it. Because you could basically sit here and say, you could write a book just by thinking about it. Just say, across the pond, there was an alligator on the side, and there was golfers going by, and I'm just relating to something that's by my home here. I live on a golf course, and there is alligators actually in the pond. And you could just keep rambling on, and you can pretty much just say anything you want and then go back and edit it if you wanted to. And I'm going to show you this right here. And I don't want to use it because I don't want to freeze up the system, but this is what the back office looks like for Otter. And you guys can all see this. I know you can see the screen. So, and it's free. So it says record, it says import. I need to know the tool a lot better than I have, but it is wonderful. So if I go here and I say record, it'll bring me to, let me go here, my conversations. It'll bring me to this page, and it'll say start recording. Now I'm going to click on this, and hopefully it won't freeze up. Okay, here we go. Good, good. Now this was the conversation I did for the ebook. And just by hitting record, I started talking. And I said, "Hello, this is Kevin, and today what I'm going through is the Book of Armor version 3. Now see, it printed it all out, THREE, and you could come back here and of course edit everything, but you can copy and paste this. There's a way right here, and I'm going to show you guys this when we can actually go here, and it says export. When you hit export, you can export it in text, or you can export it in text and MP3. For any of you that don't know what an MP3 is, an MP3 is an audio file. An MP4, of course, this is not an MP4. An MP4 is a video. It's like Snagit, or if you capture the screen, or you're capturing a moving video, that's an MP4. An MP3 is just the audio. But this allows you to do export just the text, or both at the same time, the text and the MP3, which is really useful. Now we could get really good at this, and we could actually line it up with our ebooks pretty well. And there's a lot of other software that does that perfectly. But you do have to pay for a lot of it. But Otter is free, and for me, it's a great way to write ebooks very quickly just by dictation. And what's really cool is, you guys see this up here? You guys can see this. It made the keywords for me. I just started talking, and it put the keywords. It says summary keywords. It made this on its own. It said Sqribble and page and book and chapter. It didn't spell Sqribble 100% correct here. So what I needed to do is go in here and, of course, just edit it. I could hit edit and then go in here and just fix, Sqribble, put the Q in there, because it did SC, of course. So sometimes it's not going to be perfect, but I was able to do all this in less than probably, a minute or two. And I just spoke from the heart and just did it. And, I said, now this book was created by Sqribble, the most wonderful software. You see here, it's, okay, you guys can hear this. Can you guys hear this book when I hit play? I'm going to try it again. Can you guys, oh, you guys can't hear that. Okay. No, all righty. I'm hearing it, but you guys aren't. Okay, that's fine. Basically, it's has my voice and it's playing it perfectly. So what I want you guys to do, if you can, go get otter.ai. I hope you guys can see this. It's spelled OTT. Here, I'm going to type it in here. OTTER.ai. Wonderful product. And you guys should start playing with it because it works great. I'm really blown away. But then when you edit it or you want to go out of it, like right here, it says more options. Let's hit export. And you can see here, it'll only show when you hit export at the beginning. It'll say export format text. That's what it will show you. But what I want you guys to do, you may as well do both, or you can just do text. Doesn't matter. But it's cool. And then audio. And then see the MP3 right here. It says MP3 export format. It'll give you a notepad file with the text, and it will give you an MP3, which is fantastic, you guys. It really is. And it will zip it up for you. And what you do with a zip when you get it, you just right click and say open with, like Internet Explorer or whatever. It'll open up for you without having to have WinZip, or you don't have to have the software to open it up. Your computer will open it for free. You just hit right click when it goes into your file there. It'll usually show up in your downloads. And I think I showed you that before, you guys. You always go to your file down here and you'll go to, your downloads basically. No, I don't need to bore you with that. I'm going to get rid of that. I think there we go. Yeah, but this shows you kind of what it can do, and it's just a wonderful thing. Like I said, I just did this in 1 or 2 minutes. I can come back and edit this. But how many pages in your ebook could you actually get done just by dictation without having to type it or write it? To me, I think it would be wonderful. At least try it out. I'd like anybody who can try it out. And next week, I'm going to ask you guys if anybody tried it and see what they thought. You may hate it, but for me, I'm not lazy. Time is very valuable, and sometimes it would be great just to come in here and dictate it. But anyway, this is what it can do. It says additional settings. Some of the stuff, I haven't done everything with it, I have to admit, but it does work very, very well. And I like it that it put the keywords in for you, because if you were doing a web page or even the ebook with your PDF, keywords are gold. Keywords is what and how you get picked up in the search engines. If you have good content in your ebook, and say you're writing about hot air balloons, you want to mention hot air balloons throughout your book. If you're talking about, if you're talking about tennis, of course, you want to say something about tennis balls or the tennis racket. You want to keep, those are keywords, and you want to keep those up. But Otter AI actually does it for you. So I thought this is a wonderful tool, and you can see how long it went. Speaker 1, then it says speaker, and then it went in again. I just kept talking. And this was just a demo. So what I'm going to do now, you guys can kind of see this. And I'm going to go back to the project. You can see that I put it on this book. And another thing I want to show you guys is on the book itself. Let me go to the book. Here. Now, you guys probably are asking, how did I put the audio in here? You guys know in the editor, all I had to do was highlight this. And on the WYSIWYG, there's a place to insert the link. And I can show you guys that again. It's in the training. We've done it many, many times. But I inserted the link in here. It's real simple. And then when I click on it, it takes me to this. Now, I'm going to try to get it to where I can embed it so it'll just stay on this page and then play the audio. But I did it so quick, it really I didn't have time to do it. But this will play. And tell me if you guys can hear this at all. I don't think you can, but let's try it real quick. Let's see. I don't think you guys can hear it. No, and it might be freezing up. I don't want it to do that at all. Let's make sure. Nope, we're good. No, it's not working. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm going to upload this to as a demo for you guys so you guys can kind of see it. It's not perfect. It's far from perfect, but it gives an idea. It's just a demo training on this version 3 with the audio. So what I did here was it clicks here and it walks through all the content I just showed you guys. It basically just walks you through all of this right here. And it says all this as it's walk, and you can sit there. What you'll do is you'll have the PDF yourself. I didn't do a video PDF, which I could, but that kind of defeats the purpose with this whole thing. So literally you just have the PDF, and what you're going to be able to do, of course, is scroll down. But once you click this, you'll scroll down and the audio is going to keep playing. So you yourself will have control of this. Now, I went in there and said, Sqribble creates talent, educate yourself, chapter 2, outline everything first, chapter 3, and so on. Chapter 4, I repeated all these chapters just to kind of test it out. And then you can follow along with the audio and then just kind of go with it. I didn't dictate it perfect. I didn't go line by line, sentence by sentence. I just pretty much did the overview, which I thought was important for the training and just testing out the new audio, because I think we'd use Otter more for writing the book than we would the overview. But the overview was basically for training to show you how to use it and kind of run with it. Now, if you can do this and you can export it, then you can take your content and start placing it in the right areas on the page. And then you would have to do your editing and your highlighting and all that different stuff. But it did work out really, really well. And let me see if I had the how long this thing was. I think it told me how long it was. I think it was like 3 or 4 minutes. I think the book was. Okay, it said 5 seconds here. So it was probably close to 4 minutes that I had this text that I had just put on here. But it was fast. So if you guys get otter.ai and try it out, it's very fast. You just start talking. And if you don't have a headset, just talk to your computer. You have a microphone and try it out and see what it sounds like. Even if you don't use the audio, it should dictate all the content that you guys can say to your computer, or basically for each page, which I think is very, very important. So has anybody, okay, hang on one second. Every time I hit that button, it starts playing, and I'm the only one that can hear it. But you guys, I'm sure you guys can't hear it. Oh, we're getting a lot of people online. Anyway, so Otter AI, I really want you guys to look at it, see what you can do. Basically, for me, I would say the first way to start with using this is just to write your pages. Start trying it without having to type. Just start talking and then taking the content out. Just hit the export button right here. And if you don't want the MP3, click that off and just say export down here, and it will show up. It'll show up down here if you guys remember right. It'll show the file, and it usually ends up in your downloads if you have a Windows. If you have a Mac, I'm not quite sure. I'm sure you're going to be able to find it. You know where downloads should go. But basically, you can export the text, which is great, and then you can just piece it together and go from there. But it's much quicker than typing, I have to say. What's the difference between Otter AI and Sqribble Talkable? Sqribble Talkable is wonderful. It has voices for us. It's mainly a voiceover is what Talkable is. It'll do the content for us too. It will. It'll do it, and it will put someone else's voice on it, which is kind of nice because I'd rather have someone else's voice than my own because, of course, they're professional. They sound much better. I think Talkable is just a different avenue for the voiceover and the export of what it does. Talkable is mainly for its voice, it's text to audio, more or less, and it works well. But I think Otter is just a little bit different model. I think it's more for writing your books without the audio. Let's put it that way. You can do it without the MP3. Talkable has everything built in, which is really nice. You can do it that way. Talkable will do line by line, word by word perfectly. And that's nice. That's really nice. But you have to upload your PDF. And that's what, if you get Talkable, upload your PDF, it'll take the files and start reading them, as well as it can. And I haven't done a full book with Talkable, but I have used Talkable because I know some of the voices. The voices are standard in some of the platforms. Like Google pretty much owns most of the voices out there. And most people that have the voices on their software, they lease it from Google, believe it or not, because Google's had this software for several years now. And you can get so many minutes per month like we have with Talkable. But if you go hours and hours, they have to charge you a little bit more because Google charges you a little bit more. That's all I know. They truly do. Yes, and someone was saying, with Otter, do we have to put in our voice files as a training session to teach it to our voice and words like Dragon? No. Otter, you just start talking. That's what I like about Otter. You don't have to upload the files. Great. Lynn, that was a great question that you did. And that's why I like Otter like this. So if I go back to home and I just want to say record, let's try it. I hope it doesn't freeze up. If it freezes up, you guys, God, I hate to do this because remember the last couple times it froze up? I hate to do this, but I'm going to try it just for a second and just see if it works. And you guys can watch it read as I speak. Let's just see if it works. If it freezes up, if it takes me a few minutes to get back online, just be patient. I'll be right back, but let's hope it doesn't. Let's try it. Hello, this is Kevin. I am testing the system. It looks like it's pretty fast. I like what I'm seeing. I'm actually doing a training right now for Sqribble, and everything is coming out perfect on the screen. Now I'm going to write a book about sailing on the ocean, and a big octopus grabs my boat. I jump off, and I'm in the middle of the ocean waiting for someone to save me. End of story. Thank you. Okay, it's processing right now, and I'll go to it in just a second. But it worked out really well. Let's look at you guys. I hope you guys saw as I was talking, it was running fast, running very fast. And who cares if you make mistakes? Nobody cares. It's your deal. So that's why I like Otter. It's very, very fast. Okay, I'm going to give it a second here. The note is, see where it says note is processing? 39 seconds ago. Let's just see it. I don't think it missed a word. I think you guys were able to watch it, of course, and see what it was doing, but it was pretty fast. Yeah, it did pause. It did pause as I paused. It did. And it put the periods in. And then if you forget something, it will run. It'll take the period out and run with it at times too. But I think it's a great way to start writing your books much quicker. Like I said, Talkable and Otter are different. It's more of an input that reads word for word. And Otter, you just talk and go, and then, you don't have to upload a file. Which with Talkable, you have to upload your PDF first, and then it's gonna magically read your book. That's what Talkable does, and then it gives the voiceover that line by line, like I said, which is wonderful. I love Talkable, but Otter is just, I think at first maybe this is the way you write your book, and then take the file take the file, make your PDF, your book, and then upload it to Talkable, because Talkable will do the next version, which will do your complete audio ebook, so to speak. But Otter's more of the front end where it's kind of down and dirty, where you just get in there and you really start hitting it. That's the way I look at it. Okay, let's just see if this note is done. Okay, you guys can see it. And basically what it did, it says, hello, this is Kevin. I'm testing the system. It looks like it's pretty fast. I like what I'm seeing. I'm actually doing a training tonight now for Sqribble. Now, see this where I have to edit it. Let's see if I can edit it right here. Oop, not a capital. Okay, so I was able to edit it. Okay, I'm doing the training right now for Sqribble, and everything is coming out perfect on the screen. Now I'm going to write a book about sailing on the ocean. A big octopus grabs my boat. I jump off. I'm in the middle of the ocean waiting for someone to save me. And, okay, I should have said end of story. Thank you. Okay, now that did pretty good. That actually did pretty good. So I hope you guys can actually see something like this that might help you, write your books faster. It's really important that you guys start writing your books. And I think a lot of times people have a hard time starting. And I think you should this is another way. I'm not saying, like I said, if you try it, great. If you don't, you don't. But go download it. It's free. And, my advice is see what you guys can actually do to get working. Get it working and see what you guys can do. Oh, another thing is I want to show you guys where I put the link. Now, this is actually Google. You guys all know Google. And you have your Gmail. This is all the products. You guys may not know this, but Google has a plethora of different little tools you can have. And Google Drive is one of the main ones. This is Google Drive. These are all my files, pictures, videos, PDFs, you name it, man, it's there. Now, if I wanted to, this is what's cool. So let's say I saved the file on my computer, real simple. And then I say my drive, because this is connected to my email account. And I have many email accounts, and each email account has Google Drive. Now, this is what's really cool. You can say file upload. Now, I want to kind of show you guys something here, or tell you how it works. Once you upload a file, they give you a huge amount of space. I think it's like 2 or 3 gigs or whatever, 5 gigs. They give you a lot of space. Then you right click on it and you'll say, get link. Once you get the link, you guys, look at this. I'm going to show you. This is what's really cool. Look at this. Copy link, but it says restricted. I can click on that and say anyone with the link. Or you can add somebody, and this is what's really, I love Google Drive, because I can give this to one person and one person only. And then after a day or two, if I don't want that person to see that link anymore, I can come into my Google Drive and it shows me, say it shows, that Therese is on there. I'm using you, Therese, here. Say I sent Therese the link, and all of a sudden I said, okay, Therese doesn't need the link anymore. I can come in here and stop it. So the link that she had, now it doesn't work. You have full control, which is really, really great. Now, what I did is I clicked on this and put anyone with the link. Then I clicked done. So use Google Drive, because now what it is, guys, this is a free hard drive for you online. So if you had a website or you have your book and you want to share pictures or audios or videos, like with Snagit, you can go create a video or an audio, like with Otter here. You can put them on here and it will access, all you people can click on the link and it's going to come from my Google Drive, and you guys are going to be able to play it, because Google is basically my my hard drive. It's basically, my storage, so to speak. So anything can work. So I don't have to go out there and pay for this, or have my files stored on the cloud. This is the cloud, basically. It's a free cloud for all of us. So I'm going to get out of this. So you guys can remember, you can upload it here, say file upload, folder upload, whatever you want. You can right click, you can say share or get link. And from there, you can get the link and then add it over to your Sqribble project like we did. And what's really nice about it, let me see if I can get into this without freezing up the system. If I do freeze it up, I'm not going to hit anything. Let's just see if it comes up. I'm going to be patient. The less I talk, the better. We've had it freeze before, and it's awful. I've got so many things going on here. So it's prepping. It's better that I don't talk a lot because it's taken data. I'm just going to wait it through. Okay, whew, it made it through. Okay, you guys. Basically, now you can see what we did here. This is the Book of Armor version 3. And I do want to show you here the editing. So what I did was I just printed this up and then I highlighted it. And then this is the link right here, guys, on this little WYSIWYG. Remember I told you this is called the WYSIWYG. It's in the training and it's on this. It's in this version 3. It shows you what the WYSIWYG is. I train on it. But right here, I click the link and okay, why isn't the link here? Is this the same one that I had before? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my Google Drive. I'm going to go find that if I can. I'm going to go find it right now. I'm going to click. I'm going to get link. And I'm going to copy. And I already put anyone with the link, so I copied it. I'm going to hit done. I'm going to go back to Sqribble. I'm going to put it in here. So this is kind of cool. I'm going to paste. And the link's in there. Title, I'm going to put here, I'm going to put in the Book of Armor. I'm going to put V3. Oops, V3. So you guys know, target none. I'm going to see if it'll go, I'm going to put new window and maybe it'll pop, it's going to, you know, I was hoping it would work correctly, but usually I use an iframe. But right here, I'm just going to hit OK. Let's get out of this. Now let's go back and see if it's here. It is. Okay, it is. So I hit OK. Now the next thing we would do, of course, is we would hit save. I'm not going to hit save right now because I don't want it to freeze up. I just want to kind of go through the book real quick. But you guys can kind of see what I did here. And that's what I did with Otter. I used the file that I got from these guys when I hit export, my conversations. I exported this file. Remember from here it said export, and I exported it. And then I went over here and I put the I put it on Google Drive. I imported it to here, which was easy. I did this, said file upload, got the link, and then of course I went to Sqribble, put it in here, and the rest is history. And if you guys don't understand that, I can walk through it a little bit more. Yeah, and I saw that. Someone's mentioned, Don's mentioning that Windows does have a dictation tool that can even be used with Notepad or Word. And I've got to try that, Don. I saw that, but I've been using Otter now for a couple years on and off. And I've got to try the Windows. And Don's correct. Windows does have a dictation tool. I don't know how good it is. I don't know if you've used it, Don. And if you have, I'm just answering back to Don. If you have, let me know if it works well. I just know Otter works wonderful. And I wonder if Windows has an export for the text and for the MP3. For me, that is crucial. You have to have it to be able to export as a text message and an MP3. So anyway, I scroll down here. I put in a few more pages here, you guys. And I added other books that we had. I added the content in. And what I did with Otter was just an overview of everything that we have here. Then, of course, I show you guys, you know, I did the links in here for how to copy and paste, how to log in, all that good stuff. The WYSIWYG editor. If you don't know how to use the WYSIWYG, anybody who's on the call, I will upload version 3 to the YouTube Sqribble. I will go to the Sqribble site and I will upload this version right here. And like I said, it's not perfect. I'm just experimenting and testing with this, but it'll give you guys a great idea on how everything's working. How I made the $2,700. You guys remember that? That was in the first couple weeks when I first got here. That's the reason I bought Sqribble, because I knew I could do something with it. And then, of course, how to do tables and charts. That's all within Sqribble. You guys know that. This is a table. We're going to show you guys how to do tables. We got to get more into it. Then, of course, what I did too is I grabbed pages from every different site you guys can see. I said add new page. Let's hope this doesn't freeze up. It didn't. And you see, guys, you can add pages not just from the book you're on, but you can import from other pages and the business packs. And see, this is a lot of the stuff that we can do, and I can do journals. This is something I really like, is the journals. But this is from the business pack, so I can take this and say I want to grab a page. I can let's just say let's just grab that one. It'll show me the entire book, and if I want one of these pages, I just click on it, and it will automatically add the page right here below the plus sign. It would go in between colorize your book and this page up here. So that's what I did, is I just grabbed different pages from different books as I went forward, and then I added more. I added this page. This is brand new, but I put the Pixabay on there, the Pexels, trying to get everything onto one ebook for you guys, so it's a lot easier. I think that was my problem in the past. Every week I was doing a new ebook, and it wasn't gelling together. It was all these different trainings on different sites. So I'm going to keep updating this. For many of you that do not have a screen capture piece of software, there is Screencast-O-Matic and A-Shampoo. You can use these tools. Some of these are free. I think Screencast-O-Matic is free, but of course, I think Snagit is around 30, 40 bucks. It's a one-time, and this is the one I've been using for well over 10 years. I have Snagit probably 2013 or 14. Mine's old, but it works great. And the new 2022 is amazing. You can't believe all the things you can do. Of all the tools I've ever had, by far, Snagit is the one that I've used the most. But anyway, it shows you the best screen capture software and images and videos. Remember, if you go to Pixabay, the free sites, you can just go in there and capture the pictures yourself with Snagit. It takes you 2 seconds, basically. Then, of course, that's the end of the page. So this is kind of what I did with version 3. What I did basically was add a few more pages, and then I did the audio overview with the AI. Okay, someone's asked me, is your ebook on Sqribble, YouTube for us to download? Not yet. I'm going to upload the book. Can we upload something from our website in it? Okay, so you guys are asking great questions. Can we upload something from our websites in it? Yes, you can do pretty much anything. Are you saying, I'm answering a question here, can you upload something? Are you saying with Otter? Or are you saying with, you're saying, can you upload? I'm trying to understand where you're trying to upload from. That's a question being asked from the group here. So, let's see, is this a Flipbook? No, this is not a Flipbook. So that's a great idea. I could do an audio book here too. Yes. Okay. In Sqribble. Yes, you could. You could do that. No, it's not. I don't have it in, but my advice is try this tonight. Try to go get Otter AI, or if you have Windows, as some of the people were saying there, as Don was saying, they do have a dictation tool too. I'm just not sure if it exports MP3s and text. I have to try it. There's so much software out there, I can't get it all done. So this is what I did, and I think it was real important that I did an audio overview. Now, we all want to get really creative here with our books. This one is nowhere near being perfect because I couldn't get the pop-up or for it to do the audio overview perfectly with the PDF. A PDF is a strange bird, so to speak. A PDF basically is a big image that allows you to do links in it and everything else. It's just a different animal. It truly is. It's not like a website, or it's not total. When I say HTML, that's what a website is basically. It's HTML, meaning that you can grab and do links, and you can click on everything under the sun. You can put in screen on screen, where a PDF, you can't do that. A PDF is more like a static block, but it works great. They've been around forever. So I hope you guys got that. I will upload this definitely. And Sqribble does have a Flipbook now too. So if someone's asking there, does Sqribble have, does Sqribble have Flipbooks? Yes, they do. So Maggie, if you want to get the Flipbook, when you get an upgrade, you're going to get an upgrade within Sqribble. You'll see it there. It's actually called Fantasia 3D. So for people that are asking, I've already done it. See, it says Flipbook here. So it's called Fantasia 3D Flipbooks. I've made several Flipbooks already, a couple of them. And I did a couple of, on it. Yeah, there you go. So you can see that the Flipbooks work great. And I do love the Flipbooks, you guys. I truly do. So let's just see. This is version 2. Let's see how it looked. There I go clicking again. Let's not let it freeze up. We'll keep it going. Okay, it's going to load. What I like about the video Flipbook is that you can make it really huge, because if you make a really huge Flipbook, it doesn't want to open fast enough. And that's why I did the video. But look how pretty the video Flipbook is, guys. For a lot of you that haven't really seen it, the background's great. You can choose from different backgrounds. I do like it. When you do hit the forward or back button, you can hear the flipping of the page. If you guys don't have it, like every time I hit it, it just flips the page. Now, as you see, when I hit it too, it's loading. Once it loads once, the next time you do it, I'm going to do it real quick. Here we go. Now I'm going to back up. It won't load anymore. It's already previously loaded. So now the Flipbook works perfect. But that is real slick, guys. It truly is. It is great. And I'm trying to talk with the group to see if we can get this with a little block below, like have these video Flipbooks, and somewhere we can attach the links. Because you can't, on a video Flipbook, you can't put a link in a video. It doesn't allow you to do that. I wish it did. But there's the video Flipbook. So I'll get back to what we have here. Go back to Sqribble. Yes, and I see someone like Maggie, I think, was asking about the question on the Flipbook. Works great, you guys. As you guys can see, I pretty much got everything under the sun up here. Of course I do, but I have used a lot of the packs. Sendable, Sqrindle. I love Sqrindle. Sqrindle's worked really, really well. So I am going to upload version 3. I'm going to get rid of this. This is the old version 2, so I got to redo it. Remember, use your Google Drive. Very, very important if you guys aren't using it. I've used it for so long now. It's just been working very, very well. And you guys saw how Otter did work for me very quickly. I do really love that. Is there anybody online right now that last week they missed out? Did anybody want their books reviewed? We don't have to do it tonight, but into the near future, if any of you guys have a book you want reviewed by us and the team, you can send it in anytime. If you guys have anything. And don't ever be embarrassed. When we review, I don't have to say your name or anything like that. You can give me a generic book and we can just walk through it. Because I'm terrible at writing these books, but when I come back after 3 or 4 times, it's not so terrible. It actually looks pretty good. Okay, and I appreciate that. People are saying that they've used other services, but I think Otter is quicker. I don't know what it is, but I think Otter is quicker than a lot of the software that I've used in the past. Talkable is great. I'm going to jump into Talkable real quick. I kind of want to show you guys how Talkable actually works. Now, to create an ebook here, you got to upload your PDF, and then it says create your book, and then I'm going to click on, I'm having pretty good luck. See, I created audiobook, and then it says upload your book. And what's really cool about this, I put the title, I put this. So if I wanted to upload version 3 of the Book of Armor, I could do that. And then it will start, it'll use up my quota. I have so much quota for the month. I have a lot of quota, actually. You see in green over here, this is what I've used. In yellow is what I still have left. So if I upload this and it goes through it'll automatically take the content and start reading it. But I have to start formatting a little bit better because I'm having a run on sentences. Imagine that, like I said, I'm not the best at doing that, but it's new. Talkable and this kind of software is somewhat new, but it's very cool. So if I upload the PDF, it's going to read all the words, all the paragraphs, all the pages, and it's going to read it off basically with the audio ebook. So you see my problem. If I do that and it goes to chapter 1, chapter 2, it's going to start reading those. And I've got to be able to sync it just right. I got to see how it exactly works. I'm sure if it has a period, it'll probably stop, pause, but I do have to check that out and do it better. I've actually used other software besides Talkable, and Talkable is really, really good. I must say the other software that I use wasn't as good as Talkable. So we have a really good piece of software here. I'm not going to do this tonight because if I do it, it'll probably freeze up the screen. But I'm having really good luck tonight. I could try a little one. Hang on one second. Let's just see what I've got here. I'm going to see if I can get an audio or a short book real quick. Let's see if we can try this real quick with Talkable. It'd be kind of cool to see if we could actually do this, you guys. So hang on one second. I've got so many files going on here. I'm going to open up Sqribble, and I'm going to go to my Flipbook. So hang on a second. I'm on my other screen here. Let me see, Sqribble pages, Sqribble pics, Sqribble ebook. Okay, content. Okay, version 3. I'm going to try this. Let's try it real quick. Let's see if I can do it. Like I said, if it freezes up, guys, you'll know why. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to go to Talkable. Okay, create an audio ebook. I'm going to say the Book of Armor, version 3. Okay, it's already there. I tried it last night. Author name, Kevin. Okay, then I'm going to upload. Okay, here it is. I did version 3. I already had it. So I'm going to put it in there. And let's see. You guys might as well get a taste of this and see what it'll do. Let's go. Now let's hope this doesn't freeze up. If it freezes up, I'll be back. So let's try this real quick. Okay, it's 10%. It's going to upload. It's going pretty fast. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see if it did anything here. Okay, let's see what we did here. Chapters. Okay, chapter 1, 14-page, voices. Now, you go to voices, I'm going to choose a voice. Now, I have to tell you, William is an English voice, probably around 25 years old. I've used this same voice with other products and companies that I've used, and boy, has it worked well. It has worked really well. With a lot of us, we have found out. So I'm going to use English UK. That seems to work the best. Choose voice. No, I'm going to do that. Let me see. Okay, let's just see if this works here. Pitch, everything's good. I do want to test it. Let's see if I can. No, I'm going to see. Example. Okay, example text. Let's try this. Okay, let's see if that works. I'm going to see if this works real quick. Test. See if you guys can hear it. I don't know. Let's try it out. Okay, voice is required. Oh, choose type. Natural wave or standard. There we go. I'm going to use William. Okay, there we go. Now tell me if you guys can hear this test. This is what you do. You test it. Okay, here we go. Could you guys hear that at all? No, you couldn't. Okay. I'm going to create the audio ebook. Let's just see if this will work. Conversion is reduced. I'll just say yes. It's processing now. So it's pretty easy. I uploaded the PDF. I just put the title of the book on there. And I have 2 of the versions. 4 seconds ago. It's being updated. So we'll try that real quick. And I'd like to, if we can, if we can do another hot seat, I'd like you guys to be able to actually get us some of your books and try to use some of this dictation software. I totally believe you could write a lot of pages. I think it's so strange getting used to, though. Even for me, it's difficult. But I think it would work. I think it would work very, very well. So hang on one second. It should be uploading here. 14 pages. And we'll get it going. And that's the problem. I think I got to go through there and learn exactly when to stop each sentence, when to separate the paragraphs and everything else. I mean, my pages should do it, but of course. Oh, and I did some really strange little, items on the keyboard there, and it said the items. So that's kind of the strange thing. But it's good for training. It is for all of us to learn as we're going forward here. Yeah, I hear you. Third-party apps won't come close. Won't let you view the audio or hear the audio through it. You're right. Thank you, Don. I appreciate that. So, how many of you are willing to try Otter to try to see if it can do some pages for you? Put a yes or a no in the screen, if you guys can. Would you guys be willing to try Otter? Because I'd like to know if it works. Okay, we got a couple people saying yes. Come on, people. Will this week. Thank you, folks. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Because next week I'm gonna drill you. I'm gonna take your names down and say, did you try it? Ah, fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody's going to it. Okay, it says it's ready. I'm gonna listen to it and see if it works. Let's click on it and see what it does. If you guys can't hear it, I'll just stop it. Okay, it says listen. You kind of get an idea of the back office though for Talkable. You guys kind of see has the profiles, the tutorials, has all the videos here. It is a great product. And I don't think you guys can hear this, but it is talking right now. Okay, what's really funny is you guys see this little these are called tildes. And the software is actually saying tilde, 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 tilde. So I know now not to use these. But it is, you guys can't hear it. Yeah. Thank you, Yvonne. I appreciate that. Okay, and I do have to edit this as I go through. It is saying, it's kind of saying Sqribble a little bit crazy. It's not saying Sqribble, it's saying Sqribble. But it is reading it really well, actually. I have to say, if I had to grade it from 1 to 100%, it's a good 90%. And since you guys can't hear it, I'll try to upload this so you guys can see this. I'll try to upload this to the, might as well start getting more things out there so you guys can at least see what I've done. And remember, these are far, far from perfect. These are just test pages. So I'm going to stop this. And you can see this is kind of different. And I never knew this. I never looked at this before. Right here, I didn't know the book was 14 minutes and 43 seconds. That is amazing. So it's going to take that long just to read this text. Wow. And it's reading it pretty fast. You can speed it or slow it down if you guys want to. Font size, I can make it larger. Let's see how large. Oh boy. Okay. That's a first. I haven't tried that. I need to start using Talkable more. Okay, so that's a little bit small. I'm going to go right about there. Okay, that works great. Okay, so you guys kind of got a little idea on how Talkable actually works. I think this is the next step. I think you use Otter or some other tool similar and help dictate your pages. And then once you get your PDF done, then you would upload it into the audiobook, the Talkable here, which is the audiobook software. And then it's going to take every single words you have, and it's going to dictate it for you in a book format, which is really great. I do need to upload this for you guys so you guys can see it. It takes about an hour after we're done with the meeting for this thing to render. When I say render, meaning that it takes a while to download onto my computer, and then I upload it to the Sqribble YouTube website. So you guys can kind of see everything that we're doing here. And it is wonderful. What I really would like to use Talkable for is training. Do audio training ebooks. This would really be nice. So you guys kind of got a taste of that. Profiles, let's just jump into there. Shows what I'm doing. Upload your content on tutorials. Okay. Okay, so it has everything here. It's really nice looking. Truly is. So I'm going to jump out of there. I'm going to go back to here, Sqribble. So as you guys know, as you get the software too, you guys are going to be able to have everything up here in your one back office and be able to do it. And do go through the training, you guys. It really, really is important that you guys go through all the training. Very, very important. And I'm going to jump back in here real quick. I do want to show you guys something else here on the templates. For a lot of you that don't have the upgrades or some of the other templates, there is a lot of useful templates here that you guys may want to get. If you have the upgraded pack, more power to you. Works very, very well. I like it. If you write Sqribble, it might sound like Sqribble for the audio. Oh, you know what? You might be right. That's a great concept, because when I was doing the audio, it was turning Sqribble, my voice, though, into, it wasn't saying Sqribble, it was doing SC, not SQ, which it should. Okay, this is a lot of the stuff that we have in the templates gallery and the Prime and all that stuff. Remember, you guys got so many different templates you can choose from. Try to mix it up. Do that for sure. And try to do something that you're really knowledgeable about. Try to grab something that you guys can actually, that you have some information on that you can really help. Okay, some of the stuff we have to enter the code to unlock. I don't have that, but you guys can see a lot of the different ones. I've always liked this one, but I don't know if it has much to it. It's all purple. It's a little bit much for me. But I really wanted, there was a template in here I really wanted you guys to see that I thought was just amazing. And there's a lot of them. Now, how many of you out there have a website? Do any of you have a website for your ebooks, or are you using Sqribble, or do you need a website that you can help promote? Because I can give you guys a hand on some of that too, or at least show you where to go. There's a million websites that you guys can use to help build if you are doing a website. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Where am I uploading? Okay, several websites. Great, Lynn. Where are you uploading all these items to? Okay, if you write Sqribble, it might. Okay, if you write. Okay, a lot of the stuff that I'm uploading, you guys, I'm just uploading onto my Google Drive, if that's what you mean. You know, I'm doing Sqribble. For the ebooks, I'm uploading to Sqribble, and I save all my PDFs in a file, of course, so I can use them to send out or do whatever I'm doing. A lot of times I'll make a quick ebook for an upsell. Like I'll do how to do this, how to do that for a certain piece of software or product that I'm actually marketing. I do a lot of other things, and it doesn't relate to exactly what we're doing here. But I got to say, writing an ebook and an upsell, it does relate. But a lot of the products and the verbiage is different. Okay, I see what you guys are saying. Okay, if you guys need some help with your website, let me give you, and a lot of people don't like what I have to say, because, you know, there's Square, which is a great website. There's Shopify, all these other ones. The one I use, and the reason I use it, not all the time, I use so many different systems, is Wix. And the reason is you can build a complete website without paying for it. You can build it completely. You can't put your logo on it in your domain, but you can build out, and it doesn't cost you a dime. And it's really simple. The templates are simple. I've used every single other one. Wix was the only one that I could completely build out for nothing, because how long does it take you to build a website? It's not the time, it's actually getting it all done within a short period, because like I said, I got so many things going on. But I just built a website for a company that I was familiar with. I built it out for them, and I used Wix because I didn't do it all within a week or anything, because of the time constraints. It took me probably a month and a half. It could have taken me 2 or 3 days, but I didn't have the time. So after about a month and a half, I took their domain, I added the domain, put the website up, got the logo, blah, blah, blah. And I was able to put it up very, very quickly, which really helped out. So Wix is actually good. So you have a Sqribble website, WordPress. God bless you for having a WordPress site. I like WordPress. The only problem is WordPress is tough for the normal person. For people that have used WordPress, it's great. Yes, WordPress they have the best templates. If you know WordPress, stick with it. But for people like myself, I'm not going to say dummies, I'm really good. Just WordPress takes a lot of time. So I wouldn't tell people if you're starting out to do WordPress, honestly, because it's written by geeks, and it is a top of the line website builder. There's no doubt about it. It just takes more time. It does. Okay, here we go. I meant You could look at an ebook, so I thought this would be somewhere for us to review it. Yes, if you can send, Maggie, if you get a chance and you want to send it in, you can send it to my email and I can go through it and then we can do a review of it. If you guys don't have my email, I'm going to send it to you right now. We sent this out last week. So if you guys want to send me something, you can send it here and just put in the subject line review ebook. Just put review ebook. Yeah. And please, for any of you that are on the line, send your books in and tell me if you want to keep it discreet. I won't mention any names. I won't say, because if we have 4 or 5 ebooks to cover, no one, if you don't want me to say anything, that's great. But if you do, I can bring you onto the mic and we can go back and forth like we did last week. And we can go through the entire ebook, which is really, really important. It's better to do it because the guys who have the guys and the gals who come online and want their ebook reviewed, it takes guts, but it also shows real strength because for you to do that, you're pushing. You're not looking back. You really want this thing to work. So honestly, don't be afraid. Even if you only have 1 or 2 pages and you want me to kind of help you guide through, I can do that. If you did something like that, so let's just say this next week, you guys don't have an ebook or you don't know where to start. Give me 1 page. Give me 1 chapter. I'll jump in there. We'll create 4 or 5 chapters. We'll start your content going on your ebook. We'll fly. So if you guys are stuck, you need some help, just pick a template. I don't care what you put on the chapter. You can put chapter 1 and then you can put page 1, whatever. I don't care. I'm going to help you get started. And we're just going to work together and go through it. That's how you do it. I've been training for many, many years. And I was one of the first guys to actually build a web builder back, God, guys, 12, 13, 14 years ago, before Google or before GoDaddy, before Wix. I had one of the first sites. It was called Site Design SEO. And we had a web builder. And it was tough. We spent millions in development and all that stuff. Nowadays, the software is 1,000 times better. But back then, they didn't have it. So we did do a lot of work in building these systems from the past. We truly did. And that's where I was able to train, have knowledge. And believe me, you guys are in the right place. Information sells. And I got to tell you, and I've said this before, you can make more money off the system than being in the system. And when I say that, it's like being part of a group. If you're all paying a monthly fee, you're in the system. Now, if you're the one charging the fee, you're making it off the system. So you kind of get what I'm talking about here. And try to be the owner of your own content. And then you can charge for that. You can do training classes. You can write great books that sell. If you're very confident and you know what you're talking about, you can sell anything if you tell people it's the best book in the world and you mean it. I mean, just really dig your heels in and really get started with what you're doing. Don't ever look left or right. Don't look at anybody like there's competition. Just do it. Because I tell you, I've said this before, I've seen people that have done nothing come out and make hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars through the years that I've done this. I've seen some of the people you'd never think start their own program and their own business that have done very, very well. So just keep going. Do I need to resend my book? Yes, you do. Resend your book, Marianne. That would be great. So resend your book and then just give me a little paragraph, kind of what you want to go through. Website designer. Therese, are you a website designer? Is that what you're asking? Okay, I have Sqribble website. It's WordPress. Okay, great. I meant, yes, and I could look at the ebook. So Meg, go ahead and send yours in too. I need help with a Sqribble website. Yeah, Marianne, if you need some help with the site, just send that into the email and I'll send you back some verbiage, where to go, what to do, get started, go. It's easy. I can do that. That's not a problem. So whatever you guys can possibly, I'm here to help you guys. And if you guys want to make money, it's time to get off your butts and just do it. I mean, look what I've done. I'm nothing. I am nothing special. Nothing at all. I'm the worst writer ever, but I just do it. And I've already made $3,700 with 2 ebooks. 37. I actually made 10 grand on one, but I told you guys about that one. That was actually a formula book for colors for a different thing, but I did sell that. It was a book, and I did sell that way back. I sold that a couple years ago. But on the ebooks through Sqribble, I have sold 2 ebooks, and I'm working on a third right now. So we really need to dig our heels in and kind of get going. And I know I could sell a lot more books if I did it full time. But I work another job. I'm a consultant for 3 companies actually, and that takes a lot of my time. So I do appreciate. Yes, that's fine, Mary. I'm just sending that in. So everybody else that's on the line, do you guys have ebooks that you need help with? Or do you guys feel confident with what you're doing? Let's put it this way. Are you guys making any sales with your books? And if you've written ebooks, but you're not making a lot of sales, you need some help. So even if your books are in Sqribble, even if you've written 10, 15, 20 books, but you're not selling, let's dig in and see why. Or let's see what we can do to help you out. And then I can give you some ideas. Hey, why don't you do this with this book? This is a great book. Let's twist it up a little bit, and let's throw this, let's throw a curve on it, and let's put it in front of some of these people. You guys may want that idea because there's nothing that can't be sold or can't be done. And you guys may just be putting it out there and hoping that someone's going to pick it up on Sqribble, and that's not going to happen just by sitting there. You need some help. Yeah, that's a good question. Editing. How can you do that on the software? I'm not sure. I have to get into that and see exactly how we can do that. I'm still teaching myself. Yeah, I know, Yvonne. And Yvonne, I will do a video. I will do a Snagit video, you guys. It'll on how to do Sqribble. I think that'll be the easiest. And it'll just be a quick, fast, I'll do a 15-minute video, and I'll show you guys some of the tools. And that's the best way. And then I'll upload it to YouTube. I'll do that for this next week. I'll do a video or 2 on how to do Sqribble, some of the tools within. If there's anything that you guys need help with, put it in now. If it's everything, great. If it's just something that you're having a headache with, let me know. What is the YouTube channel name? It is actually in the, if you look up Maggie, there's a link in the entire audience. I don't know if you got that. I'm going to put it in again. Let's try it one more time. Let's see. Okay, let's see if that can come up. Okay, I just clicked on it, you guys. Let's just see if I can bring it up here. You guys are going to see it on the screen here real quick. Okay, here it is. Here's the channel. So it's Sqribble. The link's up here. I'm going to take this. Hang on, I'm going to put it into the chat. I'm going to send it to you guys real quick. Send. And there it is. So that's it right there. Look how handsome that dog is. Look at a deal. He's done very great. Very good. And I want you guys to go to the channels and start looking at some of the videos. Start looking at some of the videos that we're doing here. Okay, so still teaching myself. Okay, how can I... Okay, and if you guys don't just come to the calls and just, try to react, try to do something, ask one question, or let's push it. You guys are by being here, you guys are really wanting to go someplace. Now, if no one's sold a book yet, it's time. Let's get a book sold. So show me your stuff. Show me your stuff, people. Come on. And the reason is I want everybody to send a page or 2 or their ebooks into that email I gave you. And then you can put in there, I don't want to be on screen, but can you just help me kind of, push? I can do that too. I don't have to bring you onto the meeting or anything like that. But you guys need some help. If you haven't sold, you need some help. And there is 1,000 different ways to sell these. Look what I've done. I've sold them to clients and gone from there. Now, if you guys are just wanting to write the bestseller, then there is ways to get it out there with press releases and things like that are very quick. And it doesn't cost you a lot of money at all. So we can do that too, you guys. So you guys have, okay, someone else just asked a question. What is the longest flip book? Okay, I'm going to tell you something here on the longest flip book. You can make it long. You can make it 30, 40, 50 pages if you want. You can. But the more pictures you have in there, it seems to I don't want to say crash. It does freeze up, or it takes it forever to download. This is what I did. I did an ebook, the flip book, but it was freezing up because of all the pictures. That was the $2,700 ebook that I made. and then I turned it into a video ebook. And the reason I did that is that the video ebook would not freeze. All I did was use capture software and recorded it and flipped the pages. I had my, I was able to flip the pages without being seen. It worked out great. I thought it was wonderful. But you can do as many pages as you want. So go ahead and just run with it. You guys can do that for sure. So is there any other questions, you guys, before we get off the call? Now I'm writing this down. I need to do a couple training videos. Is there anything major that you guys may need? Access to the past training, you guys you're going to see it here. If there's anything else you guys need, but my advice is don't wait around. Don't wait around for your books to get sold. If you really want to sell and you want to get serious, show me something. Show me the money, which is your ebook. Your ebook is the money, and I will do whatever I can to help you guys get it out there. Truly, I will. It's really important. So you guys got everything here, how to use it. Okay, access to the past trainings can be found. I'm starting this next week. You can go to, I think it's here on the YouTube movies and shows. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Explore, home. Actually, Adil was doing a shoot tonight when I spoke to him. He was doing a shoot. Okay, this is some of the stuff that we had training Tuesdays, the Book of Armor. You guys are going to be able to go in here and see the library. Let me see what the library says. Sqribble Prime membership, watch later, the Book of Armor, show more. Here we go. Okay, you guys are going to be able to go in here and probably see more as you can. I haven't gone to this page. I have the back office of their YouTube channel to get into, and it shows me everything from in here. But just go here and start clicking, and you guys are going to be able to see what we have live. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot more here. Okay, you're starting this next week, past trainings. Let's see where they are here, you guys. How to create an ebook, Sqribble Prime membership, watch later. Oh, your videos. Let's see if that's in here. And Maggie, I'll get in here because I've never gone to the front page. I always upload from the back office. Dummy me. So I should do. Okay, you guys. Oh, there we go. Content, dashboard. This is where the trainings are right here. So if we go back, let's see. Yeah, your videos. So go into your videos, I think it is, and has the content and everything else. These are where the trainings are. So you guys can get them here. So let's go. Send your ebooks in. It would be great. I'd appreciate it. And I'm going to do some more training next week on some of the tools within. If there's anything that you guys would really like to see or do, just drop it into the chat box or let me know, or send me an email. If there's something that's missing that you guys need some information on, we can train on it. So everybody, thank you for being here tonight. I really do appreciate it. We're going to be back on Tuesday of next week, and send your books in. I guarantee I can help you out one way or another. At least send something in. Okay, everybody, we're going to let you go. Have a great evening. I know it's late in many parts of the world where you guys are at. So go to bed, or if you're just getting up, take care. So everybody, have a great evening, great day, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care, everybody. Thank you.